Hello, my dear Scorpio. This is a love reading, a prediction for Cancer season, June 20 to July 22nd, 2020, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. This will be a love reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus, Vedic or tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. And if you need more information or help after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Gemini season that is up, or you can check out the pick a card and near personal readings on the first page of my channel. Click the headline of each playlist to see all the videos that it contains. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. So, when I open your deck here, I see the Page of Wands in the reversed and the Seven of Coins in the reversed. So it seems like it's you have given up on something, or it's something that doesn't feel fun anymore, or you don't have patience to wait for it anymore. So it's like a sparkling energy inside of you that telling you that it's time to go, it's time to move on, it's time to, get some action into your life. So I call the divine with love and light, and here we have the Seven of Swords together with the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Swords are in the reversed here, and the Seven of Pentacles is in the upright position. Sevens are they are spiritual challenges. So it seems like you have had a lot of patience with people that might not have had your best interest at heart. Okay, so I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world. And here we see also that person was extremely slow moving, didn't make attempts to make things better or better their ways, or ask for forgiveness, or, fix their issues. So they weren't particularly loyal, it seems. And I call the six elements. And here we have Two of Cups together with the Seven of Swords. So it seems like this relationship was imbalanced or unfair. Due to one person not having the best intentions, and maybe you accepted that this was the case, and you were still trying to have a relationship with this person, even though they seem to not have had the best moral or the best. They didn't want the best for you too, or they didn't want to fix it, or they didn't want to put effort in, or they wanted to take the easy way out, or have the cookie and eat it, and things like this. So, six elements, and here we have this Two of Cups again. Six elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Scorpio viewers. So I want my dear Scorpio to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. So I will just tune in for a few seconds to you and your situation in Cancer season, Scorpio. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and we have the Three of Swords, which is dealing with heartbreak. And it can be very heartbreaking to see where our relationship is at, and that it's not working in the way we want to, and that we might have to take action accordingly to what we know, how we have been heartbroken. And this is the old bottom of the deck, and it's the Six of Pentacles, showing one person in this equation kind of over-functioning, doing too much, and therefore making the other people maybe unable to fix their own thing. So it's like, teach them to fish instead of giving them fishes, okay? Teach them how to do it instead of giving it to them for free. Something where you think that you need to go in and fix everything, while you would have maybe had a better situation if you were able to let people make their own mistakes and, you know, fall on their own face and get the consequences of their own action. If you are trying to sweep the road in front of them all the time, they might have ideas that they don't have to put effort in. Okay, to put it in a friendly way. So this is your what's on your mind about the person most on your mind, and this is the situation in that relationship, and this is what's on their mind about you, and this is your feelings towards them, and this is the bond between you, the love or emotional bond between you. This is their feelings towards you. And this is your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for Cancer season. And this is their behaviors and attitudes. So the situation here, it's a Knight of Wands in the reversed. So I think that the person you have been dealing with have had a little bit player attitude, that they don't have to put so much effort in. Just by appearing, they make your world go round. So a little bit full of themselves, and maybe feeling that they are God's gift to humanity. Maybe because how you have elevated them with your behavior of over-functioning, and maybe telling a lot of nice words and always forgiving them, or always being understanding and patient. And so they think that they can do anything and, you know, still get away with it, still getting a reward. And this is what's on your mind about this person. And you might feel like they are not particularly grown up. They can't do anything for themselves, so they can't be the bigger person and come and say that they're sorry or fix the situation. So you're kind of frustrating with this situation, and why this person is so unproductive. They can't be grown up about the situation and take charge and do what has to be done. So you're questioning this. You're asking, why is this person like this? Why can't they step up? Why can't they do what's needed in this situation to help me and fix it? So they're not being a hero here. You're noticing that. And this is what's on their mind about you. And the Queen of Swords is there. So I'm thinking that they feel you are cutting them off, or that you are being very, like, criticizing everything they say and do, and that nothing is ever good enough. And they're starting to kind of judge the situation as not particularly rewarding on their, like they are not getting the reward out of it, just getting this kind of bitchy attitude from you. And they feel like they feel accused, or they feel like pinned towards a wall. And this is the bond between you two, and we see the Seven of Wands. So it's rather like you are fighting each other, or trying to protect yourself from the other person. You are trying to protect you from their very unthoughtful attitude, where they can't see what's needed in the situation and do what is needed. So you're trying to make that not being about you and your value and your worth. So you're trying to not take their action or inaction so personal. So you're trying to get some distance between who you are and what they are doing in this relationship. That's kind of giving you the hint that they don't think that you are valuable. And from their point of view, they are trying to protect themselves from these questions that you have, and these what you are saying, that you don't seem to put any effort in, or why aren't this relationship moving forward, or why can't you say I'm sorry, and why do you need to repeat your mistakes? And they feel like it's criticism. And here we have your emotions towards this person, and we can see it's starting to become very closed off. It's an 8, 9 of the major arcana card, Strength, Hermit. So it seems like you're building yourself up more and more to what kind of needs to come in this situation, to take charge and do what's necessary, because you have been trying to push the other person to learn how to do things so it will become harmonious, but they don't have the will, the action, the tools, or the know-how to do it. And so maybe it's better for you to be on your own and search your luck kind of elsewhere. So you're starting to disconnect emotionally, or you have kind of disconnected emotionally from this relationship in very big parts. And this is their feelings towards you. And they feel like you don't want really the same thing, or you're not on the same page. You have different dreams, different goals with things. And they might feel so because you might have taken kind of the parent role in the relationship, and kind of you have tried to steer the ship or the car where you wanted to go, and they have felt maybe dragged along a little bit, and now they have this attitude of always refusing whatever you say or whatever you want, or your dreams or your needs. They always have to fight it like they were a little child that is told what to do. So it has been a very difficult dynamic between you two, where one is trying to fight very hard to create something valuable, and the other one is trying to fight very hard to not have to create something valuable, because they are on this road on identifying themselves. Who am I? So they need to have a contrast, like someone to oppose, to define themselves. So they are doing this like dance with you. So they seem, because of this, they don't have the maturity level of a grown-up person. They have the maturity level of a child. They're still trying to find and identify themselves in a position towards you. And a grown-up person usually have found themselves to a certain degree where they are able to know, this is me and this is what I want and this is what I stand for. But this person rather want to say, I don't stand for this, I don't want that, I don't want this, I say no to that. And it's because they don't even know what they want. They don't even know what they feel. They don't know themselves. So it seems like this person has a great disconnection between themselves and their soul. So they might appear like a shallow ego person, like they have this ego personality, because they are disconnected from their soul. And usually it's a lack of value that's kind of this disease in this situation. So the person doesn't love and appreciate themselves. They might even hate themselves to a certain degree, and therefore they can't grow up and mature because they're denying one part of themselves, and but they're still trying to grow up by opposing other people to be able to identify themselves. But it's coming out in a very negative and self-destructive way, and in a way that's not particularly constructive. So I'm feeling that this person is going to self-sabotage and make a lot of their different relationships impossible because of this attitude. Okay, so this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them, and it's the 8 of Swords, so it's kind of letting yourself out of prison. So you don't want to be in prison anymore. You don't want to fight for this where the other person isn't fighting for it. So you want to free yourself. So you basically don't care much about what they think of you anymore, or they can't make you work for this relationship or try for it. All these swords is kind of opinions that they have had about you, much like what they are accusing you of having. how they want you to adapt to their way of having a relationship. And it's probably unfair. This is what they want, something that's good for them and negative for you. So they have tried to tell you the rules of this relationship. And you are trying to tell them the rules of a fair relationship. But the Queen of Swords wants fairness. And they kind of wanted to have control over you and power over you. So they wanted an unequal relationship. They didn't want an equal relationship. So they reject your justice and want control. And they can't see that they are doing the same thing towards you that they accuse you of doing. This nagging, how they tell you and give you consequences if you ask for more or want better treatment, then you will get a consequence. And this have been keeping you captivated and codependent in this situation. But with this in the reverse, it shows that it's 8, it's connected to this strength card here. So you are your own hero here because they weren't able to be a hero for you. So you become your hero and you free yourself from this prison that this relationship is. And this is their behaviors and attitude. And we have a Queen of Cups here. And it's turned its back towards you. So I'm getting the sense that this person loves you a great deal. Like their feminine side would, never want to let you go. So their feminine side love you forever. But it's buried maybe deep inside because this person, I told you before that they were disconnected from this more sensitive soul part of themselves. And but this will be their own headache, I feel. So I will take a clarification cards for their behaviors and attitudes. And we have the Five of Swords and move. So they still want to win love with this very destructive winning over you kind of thing. So they think that maybe this is the way to get you to love them by acting like this person that doesn't want anything to do with you. Many people think that this is the case. The less they care, the more you will love them. And so it's almost like they want to control your love and not render themselves vulnerable by keeping this attitude of being almost like a warrior in the relationship instead of a lover. You see the bond here, it's like a marriage, but it's also kind of a control. What I'm feeling now with this energy, I'm not usually feeling like this, but I'm feeling like they want to control your heart so that you can't hurt their heart, which seems to be very vulnerable. So the Queen of Cups there, it's they feel too vulnerable, too much in love, too overwhelmed. And here we have trust. So we can see that you're kind of going your separate ways. You want the same thing, you have the same dreams. It's just that a lot of trouble for nothing, basically, just because one person can't accept themselves and their own vulnerability. So I'm seeing like a separation here. At least your back is turned towards each other and there's a new beginning for you, and this person will sit there with their love for you. And but they think they will win it by controlling it. And here is the outcome for Cancer season, and it shows that this is starting to balance out because you are taking back control over yourself, and they are sitting here with their emotions. So it's almost like the table has turned for both of you because you are taking back the control that they try to steal or have, so that they would be able to be in this relationship with you without feeling vulnerable, and now they feel vulnerable anyway. So the Alchemist card here, this angel, is the second card for love in the major arcana. So it shows when two very people that's very, they're not particularly alike each other. So one is, for example, if you were very empathic in the beginning and they were very cold and maybe very logic and intellectual, now this table have turned because you have learned from each other. You have like rubbed off with these conflicts here. You have rubbed off in each other, and now when you have taken back your power, they are powerless. So it's almost like you have exposed them. And I want to see, it almost seems like they want to approach you in some way. See here. Believe and succeed. Yeah, I think they want to take back the control. This is also a card about winning, but it's usually win-win situation. The Five of Swords is about more selfish kind of victories. So I think they want to try to charm you back or to get you back because they now feel vulnerable. Okay, an advice card for you. Manifest. So you have the Fool and Manifest. Whatever you see fitting, but it's almost like you are starting something new. You're freeing yourself from this relationship and you want something else. You have your aim towards something else. You have like a goal with what you're doing now. And it might be that this is something you do on your own without this person. And they are more focused on maybe winning you back, but it's too little too late, and it doesn't seem like you're super interested in this. Rather you want something new and better for yourself. So maybe you wouldn't believe them if they came and told you what you wanted to hear at this point. So okay, I hope this helped, and thank you so much for watching. And if you like my content and want to support my channel, you can do so not only by watching, but also liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing my videos. You can also donate to my channel through the link in the description box, or make Google donate by clicking my ads or watch them for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. That is keeping my humble revenue up so I can make content like this for you on this channel. And thank you so much in advance. I am truly grateful for my wonderful, loving and supporting viewers, and your amazing comments always make my day. So until next time, take really good care, and bye bye.